Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wherever you have joined us from, this is day 2 of iYES morning session. And it's been amazing. I mean, yesterday was very, very powerful. We had amazing ministrations. We had powerful speakers right from the morning to the evening. And we are on today for day 2 of iYES. If you have been with us for all these 6 years, then you know what goes on the second day of iYES, because the second day is always a build up on whatever we experienced on the first day. We are here in the iYES studio, and we want to have some quick overview of what happened yesterday. Then we will move in about 20 minutes time, move to experience whatever is going to happen in the conference hall. Here with me, I have one of our lovely sisters, Mani Frimpong. You're welcome.
Thank you, Pastor Isaac.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I just want to know, what was running through your mind when we wanted to do, or you saw the flyer that we are going virtual for 2020 iYES in August?
Okay, so a warm good morning to all our viewers watching us all over the world, from Ghana, from Amsterdam, and then from UK, wherever you are watching us from. A blessed morning to you. So when I heard that we're having iYES virtual this year, I was wondering, so how was it going to be like? Because I've not really had a virtual experience of any program before. So I really had high hopes for this. And yesterday I was really blessed. I loved whatever I saw. I was really in the worship mood whenever a minister came on stage. And I must say I was really blessed with my family as well.
Okay, so being blessed, I mean, watching, so you watch from home?
Yes, please, from my
Okay,
house.
Wonderful. So how was the experience? Did you feel, because I believe that you've been in iYES, you've been through iYES, you've been to Kumasi, in Accra, and the experience, did you feel a different experience from being physically present in the auditorium?
So this time I was watching from my comfort zone in my house. I was watching with my mom and my little sister. And then when it was time for the worship, where Minister Efe led the worship, I was like, wow, this is a different experience altogether.
Wow.
Because now I'm in my home, relaxed, and I'm having worship being brought to me directly from my home. And I was really blessed with the praise and worship from DSP Kofi Sapon and from Minister Paulo. The energy he brought on stage was mind-blowing. I really had fun at home, I must say.
So with the praises, everybody knows that iYES, the praises is always hot.
Exactly.
You have to dance, and I always tell people that if you think that the shoe you are wearing, you borrowed it, then just put it somewhere and dance barefooted.
Exactly.
The praises of Minister Paulo was something else. That guy had energy.
Minister Paulo is one energetic guy. I must say, when he's praising and there's no sweat, then that means that day he didn't come, because he's always energetic. And then he makes sure that the people watching also get that same flow. And so I made sure I danced wherever I was from my room. I went outside, making sure that I was really partaking in whatever that was going on for the iYES virtual concert.
Wow. So to ask you, we had amazing speakers.
Yeah.
From the morning to the evening. In the morning, we had the CEO of Vodafone Ghana, an amazing woman. She said deeper things about what is going on and how people should embrace the change that is coming. We also had our only doctor, Dr. Frank Ofosu Apia, amazing teacher, ambassador of hope. And in the evening, we had one of the dynamic prophet of God who is breaking barriers from Ghana to the world, Prophet Samson Amwatin. Okay. Then we had Dr. Jamal Bryan. I want to ask you, which of the speakers said something that really you knew that, no, this one has turned on an ignition in your life?
So sincerely, every speaker made a keynote that I took from. But I must say, Madam Patricia said something. She said that we should make sure that we build our passion and understand what we are doing.
Okay.
So I sat back and I was like, I think I understood it from the point that make sure that everybody has a passion, whether to be a doctor or to do this or to do that. But make sure that whatever you are going into, you understand whatever it is you are going into.
All right.
You understand how it's going to be done, the process and everything.
Okay.
And so it means that take risk.
Take risks.
Because nothing comes easy.
Yeah.
So take a risk in whatever you want to do and then make sure it happens.
Yeah, I think Dr. Ofosu-Appiah said something in that regards that the world is for champions, or to have success is for the brave.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want you, if you're watching us, I want you to do something right now. I want you to share the link. Just tag as many people that you can. Just share the link. Tell others. Today we've started a bit early because on the flyer is 10:30. So I believe that some people are waiting for 10:30, but we've started to have an overview of what happened yesterday. So share the link, tag a friend, tag a family member. Just spread the news that iYES Day 2 is on and it's going to be fire. All right, so Manny, to conclude with you, what are your expectations?
Okay.
To Day 2, what are your expectations?
Day 2, I'm hoping to have an awesome time.
Okay.
Not like I had yesterday, but today should be more fun for me. And today, I want to see God. I really want to experience God in my room.
Okay.
I really want to see God. And then I'm hoping that everybody watching us from all over the world, you're also going to see God, going to have His power manifest in every area of your life. Wow.
So very soon, we'll be going to the auditorium and we're going to have the experience, the energy. We're going to experience everything. And today, we're having Mr. Paul Kofi Mante. You have to listen to this man about finances. You know, the finances changes everything. You have to listen to this man. And we're going to have another speaker that I've been yearning to see him on this platform. On this platform, Prophet Victor Kusibuatin. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. This morning, I just want you to share and invite as many people. Share wherever link, whichever group of WhatsApp you belong to. Just share the link. Let someone else be a partaker of what is happening here. We're having wonderful people watching us all over the world. And we want to fly right from Ghana to another country which is very far but close. Wow. We have all the way from Australia. Wow. Have all the way from Australia. And we have a wonderful gentleman who, it's been a long time I saw you. How are you, my brother?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you, bro?
I'm doing well. So we have...
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, we are. So I can see you having your iYES t-shirt right in Australia.
Yeah, I still have my iYES on. Yeah.
You're in the iYES mood proper. That is amazing.
I'm enjoying it to the max, man. I'm enjoying it. Seriously.
Wow. So I believe you were part yesterday. You saw what happened.
Yep.
Yep. What was the feeling like?
So amazing.
How did you experience the whole virtual reality?
It was so amazing. You know, from the beginning, I was wondering how this whole thing was going to turn out because it's always been like we're having it at the National Theatre in Ghana, and I was wondering how is it going to be this time around. And boom, Pastor Brian just shocked me. He just shocked the world. Like,
all right.
He just gave us a nice program right from the start. So I was like, whoa, then we're really in for a good program and quite exciting program this time around. Even though it's virtual, man, it's still like we're still in National Theatre.
You feel you are. So which year were you present? When was your last time you experienced live like present physically in an iYES organized event?
Oh, that was last year. That was now, should I say 2018? Yep, I was there
2000, 2
2018.
years ago. Okay.
Yep,
So you can
yep,
see
two
the
years ago
experience is
because
still the
last year I
same.
was here. Yep, yep.
All right.
Last year I
So,
also joined online, and then I also watched even in Kumasi. I was watching the great works that was happening in Kumasi, and Pastor Brian is doing such a great job
all
for the
right. So
youth in Ghana.
to talk about Pastor Brian, you know, this man is a man of excellency. I mean,
Yep.
I would say that the troubles we go through to have an event is amazing, and I've virtually seen some of our some of the staff cried before.
Yeah.
People believe that he's so nice, but I don't think he's too nice when it comes to his work. I don't think
Yeah,
he's too nice.
Pastor Brian does not joke with his work. He wants everything done and done right because, man, he is a man of excellence and he always wants these things done and done very good and to the maximum best that you can. He doesn't want to make mistakes. He always want to get good results out of everything that he touches. And man, I think that is a good thing and a great thing for you, the youth of Ghana to learn from and then to emulate because everything that you do, you must make sure that you do it well. And touching on the speakers
All
for
right,
yesterday, the Vodafone speaker, the Vodafone CEO made a
CEO.
statement that I was so glad about it, man. She was like, even in this COVID season from home, but she's still doing something else.
Yeah,
So after COVID, what else? You know what I mean? So whilst you're in the house, whilst you're isolating, whilst you're in the house working from home and all that, what value can you add to yourself?
yes,
And I think that is one thing that we should learn. It's not about, staying home and doing your usual thing, but you should learn to add value to yourself. That I think Pastor Brian really admonishes us to always add value to ourselves. Even with the program that he does, he always surprises us, goes
exactly.
from one point to the bigger point,
Yes,
and the next thing you see is the greatest thing that he's ever done. You know what I mean? But the next year comes and you'll be like, where did he get this idea from?
exactly. So
So
even
he's always building up on all that he does. Yeah.
on that point, I mean, I have been with iYES from the very day. Isaac, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All
Yeah.
right, wonderful, wonderful. So I was, as I'm saying that every year, you know, sometimes you do events and or you organize programs and you think that, oh, last year is still going to be like this year, so what is going to be new?
Yeah.
But this man, Pastor Brian, I think he's a full tank of ideas. I want to ask you, Isaac, what, knowing him, Pastor Brian, who is the president of International Youth Empowerment Summit, how has he influenced your life, your very life? Something you can hold, you can touch, very objective, and say that this, I learned it from Pastor Brian, and it has transformed my life.
You know, one thing I'll tell you is to have an amazing person as a friend and a close friend indeed. Yeah, Pastor Brian had such an important person in my life. Being here in Australia is through his motivation and his encouragement. The encouragement that I received from him, and specifically iYES. You know what iYES says that I will, I can, and I
I
must.
must, yeah.
That is always what he's pushing on me deep down within me that, hey, my bro, you know what? Whatever that of you can do it and you must do it. You know,
Yeah.
when I applied for my first master's degree in Ghana, after I completed, and then the course that I did was not really related to my job field.
All right.
I had interest in studying that course. So after that, I was like, no, I should go into another program that is channeled to where I work. So I discussed with him, and I was like, bro, this is the situation now, and I need to master up in my field so that I can match up to any upgrade or any promotion at my workplace. And he was like, okay, that's not bad. What do you think? And I was like, oh, I was thinking of doing some programs in health administrations and all that, because I was the administrative manager of where I work. So he was like, okay, that's great. Now you did your first master's in Ghana. Why don't you doing another outside the country? And I was like, bro, I can't afford it. Scholarship, I don't. He was like, do you want to do it? And I said, yeah, I would like to have a second master's and even study in abroad. And he was like, okay, so if you would do it, you can do it, and you must do it. And
All right.
And he went back to London. I was telling. So what he did was keep on pushing me.
Okay.
To the limit that I said, oh, Brian, I applied for a school outside the country. I had the admission. And I told him that I've had the admission now, so what next? I don't have to pay, because it was such a huge amount of money that I needed.
So in a nutshell, I would say that whatever you believe that you are doing now, you had the energy and the push from Pastor Brian.
Exactly.
All right, so I want to ask, day 2, what are your expectations? Yep. What are you expecting? Do you want to see what happened yesterday, or what are you expecting from speakers? We're having Mr. Kofi Mante, a wonderful speaker on finances, going to teach us about finances. We're having our major prophet Victor Kusibuatin also coming. Then in the evening, okay, so let me not spill all the secrets. So morning, what are your expectations?
Yesterday, Pastor Brian blew my mind with the speakers that came around. I can't expect anything less, because he is full of surprises. And his speakers, the speakers that come on the program, they just hit everything on point. I am expecting that this morning, Ghanaians, not even only the youth, because this COVID season is bringing a lot of financial stress on people in the world. And I'm just waiting to hear the speakers, especially the first speaker, speak about how we can manage our finances and all that. And Prophet Victor, man, I'm just expecting something wild, man, because I've been to some of his
for 6 years, we've not had Prophet Victor. So today is today. We're going to have Prophet Victor Kusibuatin, and it's going. I love what you said. You don't want to expect anything, because you can be easily blown away.
Exactly. That is what the iYES program has now been. You expect this, and it comes out like that. You know what I mean? It's something
All
else.
Right, so
you just always have to keep on expecting better.
We'll be going to the auditorium from the studio, and in 30 seconds, I want you to say a word, something that someone should expect today. iYES second day morning. 30 seconds.
iYES second day morning is going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. Yesterday was exceptional, but today I'm not expecting anything less. The youth in Ghana, rise up and be encouraged, be empowered, because iYES is telling you that if you will, you can, and you must, because Ghana needs you and the world needs you.
Thank you very much. Isaac Dakwa Akroma, right from Australia. Yep. We are happy seeing you, and iYES is for the whole world. Everyone has connected. We'll be bringing you interviews from different places of the world, and so I want you to stay glued to your screens. Another surprise is coming your way. Thank you very much. All right.
Yep.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, bro. Okay, all the best, bro.
Okay, thank you very much. And right from Australia, we are going to Amsterdam. We're going to Amsterdam. We have wonderful people who are viewing us from Amsterdam. So we have wonderful people. So we have Kwame Boachi Ajiman. You are welcome, sir.
God bless you.
You're welcome. So what is the time in Amsterdam now?
The time in Amsterdam is almost 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay. All right. Yes. So it's good afternoon to you, and it's good morning to me.
Yes.
That is wonderful. That was wonderful. So I don't know if you heard what Bishop Dr. Frank Ofosuapia said, right from where what our salutation. He said that someone is in Amsterdam is 1. I'm in Ghana. It is 10 something. Someone is in Australia. It's another time. But the sky is bright. And don't expect a star. Because for you to see a star, then you need darkness.
Yes, yes.
Did you hear that statement that Dr. Frank?
Yeah, I hear that statement.
How did that statement strike you? Did it make any meaning to you?
Yes, it was very deep. And it made me to understand that in life, if you want to shine, if you want to go forward in life, you cannot shine without going through darkness. There are certain situations that may come your way, you may not understand, but it is there for a purpose and a reason. And in order for your star to shine, you need those troubles, you need those trials. So it was a very deep statement.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. So, what are you expecting? I mean, the virtual conference, you are far away in Amsterdam, and it's going on here in Ghana. Does it bring any nostalgic feeling of the Ghana worship? You experienced the worship yesterday. Were you feeling you were far, or you felt you were in the auditorium? What was the experience?
Yeah, actually, for me personally, I've not been into iYES physically before.
Okay.
I was coming this year, but of course, because of the coronavirus, everything is cancelled. But I haven't experienced iYES virtually like this before.
Wow.
I've really been enjoying everything. And the depth, the wisdom, the knowledge. iYES is just something that is everyone. It's not only for the youth, actually. So that's really, I don't know what with this morning and the evening.
Okay, so viewers, we are wrapping up because I can hear some keyboard playing in the auditorium, and we'll be going back to the auditorium very soon. So I want to say thank you very much, Isaac. Thank you for joining us from Amsterdam, and we want to say that stay glued, and we will get back to you again to know if your expectations were met today. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right, so viewers, I want you to continue sharing. Let a friend know. Let a friend know that iYES second day morning, we are about to hear our wonderful speaker for the morning. And before the morning speaker, we're going to have wonderful worship, wonderful worship. You can't miss it. Wonderful worship. You can't miss it. We have another person who we will be interviewing very soon. We'll be interviewing very soon. So I want you to share. I want to read. Okay, so there are a lot of comments. Elinam Nana Abena says, can't wait for today's edition. I cannot wait for today's edition. Bevelyn Jones, God bless you, Prophet Brian. Nana Kwame Amoa says, excellence, amazing, excellence, amazing. Okay, so here in the studio of iYES, there are a whole lot of messages on the page, a whole lot of messages. We have this wonderful gentleman who is here, and we want to have a quick review with him too. I mean, that is the passion of Pastor Brian, our president. I mean, he wants young people to be inspired and to be gingered. That is one word I took from a testimony yesterday. One guy who have started, I think we will play that video again. He said, iYES gingered me to start my company. Wow. My brother, how has been the experience?
Oh, it has been wow, by the grace of God. Right from 2017 when I heard of iYES.
No, so what is your name? I believe that your family, someone somewhere is looking at you. What is your name? Okay, so what is your name?
Okay, I am La Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you've been in iYES since when?
Okay, I first heard of iYES in the year 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
2017.
And then from there, I've been part of the iYES team till
as a volunteer.
Yeah,
this is one of the hard-working volunteers that we have in iYES. And so yesterday you joined. You joined yesterday.
Yeah,
Online. Okay. So what one word, one statement did the speaker make that you believe that it has changed your life? It has changed your mindset. It has changed how you are going to see things on going forward in your life. What statement?
Okay, yesterday, from the various speakers, they all gave us powerful messages, but there is one that Pastor Frank Fusapia said. He said, there is nothing that is wrong with the world that cannot be corrected by what is right with you.
Wow. There's nothing wrong with the world that cannot be corrected
by what is right,
with you. That is a powerful statement. Viewers, I believe that the time is up. We want to enter into the auditorium right from the studios, and we're going to come back again. And so we're having a very wonderful time of worship. Then after that, I'm handing over officially to KMG for today's introduction as an MC in the auditorium. So let's move to the auditorium and enjoy iYES 2020 August Virtual Reality Conference. Thank you.
Give the Lord a shout! Hey! We give thanks to the Almighty Father, and not forgetting my one and only Prophet Brian Amwakin. I'm so honored and privileged for this honor. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, man of God. That's right. Okay, are you ready? Come on, let's go. Oh my, oh my, oh my. That's right. Lift your, one more time. Come on. Lift your handkerchief, whatever you are. Come on, wave it. Now listen. What the theater on me? What my departure me? May you not yet die unto a listen, make it yes to I get. What the theater on me? What my departure me? May you not yet die. Lift him and praise him. It just make it yes to I go. What the theater on me? What my departure me? May you not yet die. Onina yo. Pakramendi Yesu ayo. What the theater me? Wamadi patch me. Ye baby na ye da. Lift him and praise him. Lift him and say, Onio. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Listen, Onio. Listen, Onio. 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 Hey, yes, what yeah. What the theater me? What my feet part of me? May na ye da. Hey, we sing and praises to the name of our Lord Jesus. Hey, yes, why you? What the theater me? What my departure me? May na ye da. May na yo. I departure me oh. May na ye da. Lift him and praise him and thank him. Romaya to Monia. Mr. Monio. Push it, push it, push it. Monio. Mr. Onami said. Mr. Onami said. Hallelujah, Maya Tunu, Kia Rataya, I used to know Maya Tua, Kenamia. One more time, what Nami said, I told Nami say, I'm catching for Maya Tunu, 1 year, hallelujah. Let me hear the trumpet. Come on, let's listen. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. One more time. Oh no, me say. Oh no, me say. Hallelujah, mama, you too. I hear you so no. Osiota Seigneur, Kajonya Mia Yama, Awo, Nafana Simano, Nafaye Jimano, Hallelujah. Kajonya Mia, yes, I am a more, Nasimano, I see out here. I am no more, I am no oh, Cassandra, Catonia me. Yes, I am a more. I give it. This is making yes, swagger. What the theater me? What my departure me? Begin I yet. Lift him and praise him. Everybody say, money on. Me see my command me crow. Me see me nyamiaje. Me see me unamginara. Beda me nyamiase. Me see my command me crow. Yenina yo. Hallelujah. Every son, no one give me. Every person saying, Yako, Mama Yatosa, one wire, Chupana wire. Now let's do this one. Oh, say yeah, yeah. You know, come forward, come to me, come and line up here. We're about praising God in the highest form. Are you ready? Oh, say yeah, yeah. Come on, Mr. Mebo Woody, Mebo Newty, Mebo Nanapa, Mebo Nevia, Mebo Nenumir, Mebo. Oh, say yeah. Oh my, watching in up on that. Watching in up on that. Oh, say yeah, yeah. Betty, tell me about that. Betty, tell me about that. Now watch me, face here. Oh, say yeah, yeah. Keep walking up on that. Keep walking up on that. Oh, say yeah, yeah. Everybody look, see what the Lord has done. Everybody look, what the Lord has done. Everybody look, see what the Lord has done. 1, 2, 3, say what the Lord has done. What the Lord has done. What the Lord has done. Oh my God. You know, wherever you are, when I say yekele, you turn around, you give your partner a 2 high five. Yekele. So Ziza Zozama Zozi. Yakala. 1, 2, 3. Yakala. Salema. Go down. When you see me dance, I dance like a winner man.
When you see me dance, I dance like a winner man.
When you see me dance, I dance like a winner man.
When you see me dance, I dance like a winner man.
So I want to see that winner man dance. When you see me dance, I dance like a winner man.
When you see me dance, I
1, 2, 3, go! Oh, winner man. chukonye dima. Ibu chukonye dike. Ibu afana omega mo. Onye bu onye basu. Malite no gugu. Nakanchi. Nasibu chigimo. Idiabube. Idiomimi. Ibua. Fano megamo. Onyabu onibasu. Malite. No gugu. Nakamchi. Nasibu chigimo. Aloroko. La 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 la. Oyigi, oyigi, kabie osi. Oba to to to, to to to, to kabie. Emini, emini, emini ma sheperu. Salodabire. Alaparo ayiye, Salodabire, Oluwa, Kanamasha, Oshubarere, 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 Alakayino, Alakawiyata, Oshubarere, Oshubarere.
I was down to zero. Raised me up, made me a hero. I was lost, you found me. Greater love, daddy, you showed me. Lord, you my strength. Hey. Can't believe Papa died for me. I will sing to your name. Give you the praise. Glory, glory. You deserve it. I will sing to your name. Give you the praise. Glory, glory, you deserve it. Hey, allow me praise my God for what he's done for me. He made me first, I did talk, no the last. Hey, yeah, me you are yeah, me that was in there. Mother bushing free, say we need me pay. Me you are yeah, me that was in there. Mother bushing free, say we need me awesome God. Never lie to me, everybody. Awesome God, never lie to me, everybody. Awesome God. Let me down. You give me joy like a river, deep within my spirit. How can I forget where you paid me, oh daddy? Joy like a river, deep, deep, deep down my spirit. How can I forget where you paid me, oh daddy? Yeah, yeah. My God is awesome. My God is awesome. My God is awesome. Hey, yeah. Never let me down. Never let me down. Awesome God. Never let me down. Never let me down. You never let me down. You never let me down. Awesome God. Never let me down. Never let me down. I will sing to your name. Give you the praise. Glory, glory. You deserve it. You give me joy like a river, deep within my spirit. How can I forget where you paid me, oh daddy? Joy like a river, deep, deep, deep down my spirit. How can I forget where you paid me, oh daddy? Yeah, yeah. My God is awesome. My God is awesome. My God is awesome. Hey, yeah. My God is awesome. My God is awesome. My God is awesome. Hey, yeah. Christ, a man of power. You deserve the honor, no two ways. Your love is greater. Greater love has no man than this, so that a man lay down his life for his friends, so Jesus, Fakupe, Chuchu, Savior of the world. Jesus, Fakupe, Cheche, Savior of the world. Jesus, Fakupe, Chuchu, Savior of the world. Jesus, Fakupe, Cheche, Savior of the world. Fakupe, Chuchu, Fakupe, Cheche. Hey, hey. Jesus, Fakupe, Chuchu, Savior of the world. Jesus, Fakupe, Cheche, Savior of the world. Jesus, Fakupe, Chuchu, Savior of the world. Jesus, Fakupe, Cheche, Savior of the world. I believe in power, Christ the man of power. You deserve the honor, no two ways. Your love is greater. Greater love has no man than this, so that a man lay down his life for his friends, so greater love has no man than this, so that a man lay down his life for his friends, so I have a story, a pretty lovely story. Pay attention and listen to my story. Oh, can your mother lay down her life for you, brother? Can your father lay down his life for you, sister? But the man called.
All right, so a round of applause for Dancing Stars with our beautiful performance. Is still here, and it's iYES 2020 Day 2. And in case you missed out yesterday, which of course happens to be the very first day, then you missed a lot. And I'm not sure you want to miss the very third day, so make sure that you're part of that. Now, today, we've got so much to do here on iYES 2020. Don't forget that it's virtual now, and you can go on our social media pages and be a part of that. Once again, if you're on Twitter, it's iYESGH. If you're on Instagram, it's iYES Ghana. On Facebook, it's iYES, and that's where you can also join us virtually and be a part of this. My name is KMJ, the royal host, and I work with the Multimedia Group, and I am your MC for iYES 2020. So you're most welcome to the second day of iYES 2020. We'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsors for always ensuring that we keep ourselves going. It's been 6 years, and we appreciate the support of Enterprise Life Insurance and also Vodafone for making it possible. Awake Water, we appreciate you. Pay Angel, we say we are grateful. The Youth Employment Authority, we're glad you've been part of this journey till now. And of course, Cora Spa, we also say a big thank you to you. And then our multimedia platform, Joy Prime, the multimedia group, we are grateful for your support and love you've shown us over the years. So this event is always powered by Divine Media, and they're making it possible once again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us wherever you find yourself, any country you find yourself, this is the platform that you need if you want to really empower yourself to greatness. Do not miss any of that. Don't worry, we're going to come back again next year. I'm sure lots of you out there are looking forward to next year already, but we're not done yet for this year. All right, so let's keep ourselves going. And also, it's important for me to let you know that you need to go on our social media pages. It's very, very important to me. Please, if you're not part of our social media family, you're missing out. So go on our social media pages right now. Pick that phone right now. Pick it up, and go on social media. iYESGH is on Twitter. If you're on Instagram, it's iYES Ghana. If you're on Facebook, it's iYES, and you can also watch it over there. Share it to your friends. Those who are not watching, share it to them. Let them get on it and get inspired. Yesterday, we had a great time with the CEO of Vodafone. I'm sure you enjoyed every bit of her time. Now, our next speaker for today is going to wow you. This man, I looked at his profile, and it's so heavy. The profile is fat. It's so heavy. I am even scared myself. But these are things that we need to know, and these are the people we need to listen to, so we can also move from where we are. In the next 5 years, you don't want to be where you are. But if you want to move on, if you want to move on to greatness, you need to listen to people who have made it. You need to listen to people who have motivated millions of people. And that's the only way you can get to where you have to get to. I am starting mine now, and I want you to also do the same. So let me first of all talk a little bit about our speaker for today, and then we'll welcome in here for the speech to begin. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot from him. Now, this man I'm talking about is the managing director of EDC Investments Limited, the asset management and wealth management business of the EcoBank Group. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he currently supervises the management of more than 3.3 billion Ghana cedis. That's huge. He has also worked extensively for the UNDP government of Ghana on the Promoting Private Sector Development Program. The man I'm talking about, beyond work, has authored 4 books on wealth management and financial literacy, and is also a sought-after speaker on these subjects on televisions and radio stations, and has several other fora and platforms in several countries. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he holds an MBA in finance from the University of Ghana Business School. He has also received a training on strategic leadership at the Harvard Extension School, Harvard, US of A. His name, Paul, and is an elder of the Church of Pentecost. He is currently a district executive member of the PIWC West Hills and the area deacon for the Kaswa area of the Church of Pentecost. He is also a board member of the Church of Pentecost Chairman's Education Foundation. Awesome. Paul is married to Linda, and he's been blessed with 4 sons. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this man is emanating from the church where I grew up and learned so much that these principles have guided me to where I am today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me make welcome the man, Mr. Paul Kofi Mante.
Hi, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, come on. I said good morning to you. I am super excited to be on this platform on the International Youth Empowerment Summit. I believe that yesterday was great, but I can tell you that today we're going to have an awesome time. Many thanks to Pastor Brian Amoati and the team for putting this together. Straight to the point, I'm speaking to you on my favorite subject matter. I'm speaking to you on the topic financial independence, savings, investment amidst the pandemic. Are we talking about COVID? But we'll deal with lessons that will go beyond COVID-19. And I believe that you are going to be inspired and challenged to become financially independent. If you don't get anything out of the short session I'm sharing with you, it's financial independence, financial independence, financial independence. For one of the funds I manage, over the last 9 years, the fund has returned an average return of 22%. Let me ask you a few questions and we proceed. Did you know that if you could invest a lump sum of 20,000 cedis as a young person, and you can be adding 500 cedis every month at this 22% average returns, and you are willing to increase this monthly commitment by 15% every year, within 13 years, you cross your first million Ghana cedis. Did you know that if you could do 50K plus 2,000 every month at the same rate, the same premises, increasing your 2,000 by 15% every year, within 8 years, you cross your first million Ghana cedis? Oh, yes. Did you know that most of the things we buy and we call assets are really liabilities? And did you know that you could have very good academic results and have a good job, but become financially poor? And did you know that most employees cannot survive for 3 months without a paycheck? Yes, I said 3 months without a paycheck. If you are watching me, I have an important question to you, and I encourage you to answer this question. If you lost your job today, this very day, my question is, how many months can you survive without salary? You got to give me an answer. We proceed. And for me, the average worker must have at least 6 months of income cover. There are two important things you need if you want to become financially independent. The first one is what I call the God factor. The God factor, it's very important. Beyond the God factor is appropriate information. I am going to be focusing on the appropriate information. Don't get me wrong, the God factor is very critical and very important. My foundational scripture is from Ephesians 3:20. Ephesians 3:20. Now unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or imagine, according to the power that is at work in us. Now unto him who is able to do above what we can imagine or ask. Imagine and or ask. It's not an ask. Either of them can work. In other words, your mind, your imagination can pray things into reality. The law of first creation states that everything is created twice. First mentally and second physically. Without the first creation, you cannot have the second creation. Your financial future is going to be created twice. First mentally and second physically. You got to be able to imagine. You got to be able to imagine that you can become financially independent. A rich man once said, if you took all the money in the world and divided it equally among everybody, it will soon be back in the same pocket it was before. Let me take that again. If you took all the money in the world and divided it equally among everybody, it will soon be back in the same pocket it was before. And Kiyosaki said, money is one form of power, but what is even more powerful is financial education. Money comes and money goes. But if you have the education about how money works, you gain power over it and you can begin building wealth. Traditionally, and that is what a number of young people know, the thinking is, get a good education, you would find a good job with some secure benefit. You work till you are 60, you get a good pension. This thinking belongs to the old school. It doesn't work in the year 2020. What is the new thinking in 2020? That is the subject matter we are dealing with. The new thinking is you got to learn to plan your finances. You need to learn within COVID, after COVID. You need to learn to save. You need to learn to invest. And ultimately, you want to become financially independent. What do I mean by savings? Savings simply means deferred consumption. Money not spent. Deferred consumption. You need to learn to save. But you see, it's not enough to save. Because if you have 10,000 Ghana cedis and you keep that 10,000 for another 5 years, you still have 10,000, but the purchasing power would have gone down. So beyond savings, you need to invest. What do I mean by investing? Committing whatever you have into some financial asset, into some business, so that it can generate some returns for you. But don't forget, ultimately, you want to become financially independent. What does financial independence mean? Financial independence simply means getting to that stage in life where you can sustain your desired lifestyle without salary. When you get to that stage in life where you can sustain your desired lifestyle without a salary. And we are encouraging young people watching this program, young people who are following us, you can become financially independent. Let me break it down and make it simpler for you. So for example, if you needed 4,000 every month for your desired lifestyle, what it means is that within a year you will need 48,000. 4,000 multiplied by 12 months. But you know what? If you have investment of just 300,000 cedis, yes, I said just 300,000, and you would understand me towards the end of this program, towards the end of my session, that it's not a difficult thing to do. And 300, and you can get an interest rate of 20%. Your 300,000 is generating 60,000 a year, or if you want 5,000 a year, which is higher than what you need for your desired lifestyle. At this point, we say you are financially independent. At this point, you work because you want to work. You don't work because you need to work. Because without salary, you can still live a normal life. And we are encouraging young people, and we are telling you financial independence, it is possible. You need to cultivate that culture, those habits we are going to share, and you can become financially independent. And when you are free from the pressures of money, you can do the things you love that may not be financially rewarding. Evangelism, reaching out to young people, blessing lives, changing lives. You may love them, and money does not become a problem. I'll quickly walk you through some 5 keys. 5 keys that will help you save, invest, become financially independent. 5 keys. The first key I want to share with you is that you need to take a decision. You need to take a decision that you want to become financially independent. If you've never done that before, mention your full name and tell yourself that you will become financially independent. You see, poverty and riches are both based on decisions. How is the decision taken? If you don't decide to become financially independent, financial challenges is likely to be the default. And the truth is, the lack of money is a major source of stress in our lives and relationships. The lack of money is a major source of stress in our lives and relationships. Thank God for prayer and fasting. And don't get me wrong, I love prayer, I love fasting. I've spent some time praying this morning. But it's not enough to pray. You can pray and fast and still die of hunger. We got to understand money. It's an important subject matter. And I say, look, money is major. Everybody must measure money. Whether you are an engineer, a doctor, a pastor, money is major. Everybody must measure money. Who said money is not important? Who said money is not important? This life is not all about money. Don't get me wrong. This life is not all about money. But money must be understood. In fact, almost everything physical can be answered with money. Money will give you the ability to do more things. And more things here means more things. And it includes more things. Money gives you that ability. Money will give you access to better healthcare facilities. I've even been told, and I know, money can even make marriage better. The other day I was in a session with a company, a corporate seminar, and I said, look, money can make marriage better. A lady lifted her hand. I thought she was going to ask a question. She made a statement. She said, sir, romance without money is equal to annoyance. Romance without money is equal to annoyance. Money will give you access to better educational facilities. I have a classical story I keep sharing. The year 2009, I spoke to young people in the camp on the subject matter, see you at the top. One of the things I did was to inspire them with my own MBA results. I wrote my MBA. I did 18 courses. I made 18 A's. I projected my results, and I walked them through. I finished. A young lady comes to me and says, sir, I am inspired. I am in secondary school. I'll make 8 A1s. She took my number, results came, she made 8 A1s. What do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. Bought forms. University admission came, her name was not on the list. That must be a mistake. Let's go and check. We were told if she's willing to be a fee-paying student, she will be admitted. How much was the school fees? 3,000 cedis. But this young lady was the first daughter of a mother of 4. A single mother of 4. This young lady was home when the university reopened. It took some protocol and intervention here and there to get her late admission. Today, as I'm talking to you, she is a medical doctor. And whenever I think about this story, one thing comes to mind. Excuse my language, but poverty can make nonsense of intelligence. Poverty, it can make nonsense of intelligence. You see, Proverbs 22:7, the Bible says, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender. One interesting one you can laugh over. Genesis 45:27. When Jacob sent his children to Egypt to go get food, and they met with their brother, Joseph said, go and bring my father. Sent a convoy to bring their father. And I am picking a scripture out of their report. Genesis 45:27. And they told him, Jacob, they told their father, they told him all the words of Joseph, which he had said unto them. And when their father, when he saw the wagons here represent the V8 of our time. When he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob, their father, revived. When he saw the V8, there was a revival. Why in the car says, Papa? Who said money is not important? Proverbs 19:7, the Bible says, the poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends avoid them? Though the poor pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. You got to make a vow to yourself that you will do well with your finances. I'm not talking about using foul means and all kinds of things happening in town to make money. No, I am talking about making money genuinely through biblical principles and hard work. It is possible. 3 things has always hindered people from taking off. And look, if you don't deal with these 3 self-imposed limitations, it's going to hinder you. Number 1, procrastination. Let me wait till I have a good job. Let me wait till the salary increases. Let me wait till I marry. Let me wait till I finish with my master's. Tomorrow would never come. If it must be done, it must be done now. And it must be done well. Number 2, excuses. You can always find an excuse why you cannot do it. Excuse number 1 is the salary is not enough. You can always find an excuse. The third one is blame. You got to deal with these 3 self-imposed limitations. Second key I want to share with you. So key number 1, don't forget, take a decision, mention your name, and promise yourself that you want to become financially independent. Key number 2, plan your finances. Plan your finances. Sit down and ask yourself questions. Where do I find myself today, so far as my finances are concerned? Where do I want to find myself another 10 years, another 20 years? The first time I sat down with my wife, and we did computation of net worth, the year 2006. Yes. Assets together, liabilities together. We're surprised that the total liabilities were higher than the assets. If we sold everything we had in the world, we couldn't pay for our liabilities. And since then, we've been planning, and I encourage young people, sit down and plan your finances. Sit down. And you can plan for anything that is important to you. But there are 5 areas I want to touch on very quickly. Area number 1, once you start work, plan for your retirement. Plan for your old age. Be conscious about the old age you want to have. Plan for that. I've seen too many bad examples. In fact, last year, I think September or so, there was a man in my office who had worked for 35 years and gone on retirement. 35 years. The lump sum pension money he had was 10,500 cedis, with a monthly pension of 350 cedis. And I've heard too many of these stories. But I can also share a situation where a man I took care of, retired 2017, asked me to come home in 2018. He had a simple question. Paul, my money in investment, how much interest is it generating every month? I did the calculation, and guess how much every month interest? 60,000 cedis every month. He says, okay, if I am generating 60,000 a month, then from this very month, at the end of every month, pay 30,000 into my account. 30,000 for what? He said, that is my pension money for spending. My retirement plan is to spend 1,000 cedi a day. So the 30,000 is for 30 days. And he took it every month, the year 2018. I can see you are smiling. It is possible, but it will not only happen by smiling. You got to be deliberate. You got to be deliberate about it. 2019, he stepped it up to 40,000 a month. And you know the beautiful part of this man's story? He's only taking half of his interest, just half of his interest. You are already at the crossroads. You have a life-changing decision to make. Will you create the retirement you want, or you take the one that shows up? The second area I want to touch on very quickly in planning is housing. Housing. Please don't make the mistake I almost made with my wife. What is the mistake? A lot of young people confuse dream house with the first house. So they want to build the first house, they want to put up a 7-bedroom house. You will never finish if you are the average Joe. Unless you are extremely wealthy, you will never finish. And you know the complication. As you are putting money in bricks and mortar, you are still paying rent. And by the time you are done with your house, your children are all gone. What do you need a 7-bedroom for? After all, how many children are we giving birth to today? Average 2, 3. Those of us who have 4 have excess. People see you, they say, how many children do you have? I say 4. I say, hey, why? So 2, 3. And look, your children are either going to be boys or girls. 3-bedroom house, the boys are in one room, the girls are in one room, parents are in one room. Finish. Don't tell me about, I call it first house. It's your first house. Don't tell me about guest room and visitors and all that. After all, even those who live in 2-bedroom flats receive visitors. And they find places to sleep. It not be so. The living room is there. If it's an important visitor, we move the children from one room, we put you there. The next morning you hear a knock on the door. Ko. Say, uncle, my school uniform is in the room. Nobody will ask you to pack your things and go back to where you came from. Ladies and gentlemen, to cut the story short on housing, I am telling you, believe you me, young man, once you have a land, if you commit to building that 3-bedroom house, within 5 years, you can finish it. Believe you me. Look, you don't need more than 10,000 Ghana cedis to buy enough blocks for your 3-bedroom house. Where you have a challenge will be your foundation and your roofing. Once you roof the building, look, whether it is plastered or not plastered, it's your house. Move in and continue the rest. I am encouraging young people, especially those below 25, you must not be paying rent after age 30. And I've seen too many young people who have believed our story and who have attempted and they have built. But if you are watching this show, if you are watching us, and you don't believe that you can build, you are right. You will not build. If you are watching and you believe that you can build, you are also right. You will build. And don't forget, it's a 3-bedroom house. We call it first house. Let the dream house remain in your dream. The 7 bedrooms. Third area, plan for your children's education. Once you have children, plan to give them quality education. It's very important. Fourth area, plan to give back to society. Plan to bless somebody. Plan to put a smile on the face of somebody. Look, identify some young man, some young lady who has potential and see them through school. God blesses us to be a blessing. And I encourage you, plan to give back. Give back to the church. Give back to society. Give back to the less privileged in society. And the 5th area is what I call high life. Say with me, high life. High life here simply means if you make money, chop some. There are some people who plan and plan and plan. You plan now, one day you die. When you work hard and you make money, spend some of the money on yourself. Take a good vacation once in a while. Hello. If you watch a number of marriages in Ghana, especially those in church, the whole marital life is a triangle. Church, work, home. Church, work, home until they retire. We cancel that for our young people in Jesus' name. We'll add high life to it. Take a good vacation with your wife, with your husband. Relax. Make money, make good money, but chop some of the money. Or you don't like that one. Key number 3. Pay yourself, invest all windfalls. Pay yourself, invest all windfalls. What do you do with the so-called salary? What do you do with it? That's my question to you. So we work hard. Watch it. Watch me. We work hard. We make money. We call it salary. Once we make the money, look at what happens. We start distributing the money. Landlord, take your rent. Ghana Water, electricity company, mobile phone company, school fees, food. That, where is the salary? It's all gone. You spend everything. And once all is gone, you ask yourself an important question. When is the next payday? Waiting for the next payday. And before you realize, all your life you have been working, you've been making money, and you have been redistributing the money. You see, there is a law called the Parkinson Law. The Parkinson Law explains why most people retire poor, even after earning substantial income through their working years. The Parkinson Law states that no matter how much people earn, they will always adjust their lifestyle to match their salary. So our salary is increasing. Lifestyle is being adjusted. And I've seen it too many times. For last year, I was in Takwa with the church. I asked an important question. How many of you struggle with your salaries? If your salary is not enough, let me see your hand. All the hands went up. I followed up with a question. How many of you believe that if your salary is doubled from today, if your salary is doubled, now you can live a comfortable life and you will be able to save and invest? All the hands went up. I said, okay, those of you believe that if it is doubled, you will live a comfortable life. 10 of you, step out. Quickly, I had 10 volunteers. I gave them pieces of paper. And I asked each person to write their current salary for me. You know what? The lowest income earner among the 10 was on a salary of 350 cedis a month. 350 a month. Just a little over $50 or $60 or so. 350 a month. But for some reason, this person believes that if the 350 is doubled, they will live a comfortable life. But you see, right among the 10 of them, there was one on a salary of, I think, 3,500, which is 10 times the 350. So the guy earning 350 says it's not enough. And the guy earning 10 times that amount says it's not enough. Among the 10, there was one on a salary of 11,000, one on a salary of 20,000. Even the guy earning 20,000 also says it's not enough. So 350 says it's not enough. 20,000 says it's not enough. How much is enough? There is nothing like it's enough. It's a matter of lifestyle. So I recommend the 10-20-70 principle. Pay your tithe of 10% if you believe in tithing like I do. But I encourage every young person who is working, once you start making money, 20% of that money is for your future. Where did I get that 20% from? I got it from the advice Joseph gave to Pharaoh. So when we have the time of harvest, let's put 1/5 of the harvest. 1/5 is 20%. And believe you me, every young person who is watching us, if you can put 20% of your salary away, I give you 15 years. If you invested with maximum 15 years, you will become financially independent. 10, 20, 70. The 70 is for all other expenses. If you don't invest, the salary will not be enough. And if you invest, the salary will not be enough. So I encourage you, invest. If you don't have the discipline, just put your investment on standing order. At the end of every month, just instruct your bank to move the 20% into investment for you. And also invest all windfalls, because windfall is any money you haven't budgeted to receive. Any money you were not expecting, when it comes in, it's for investment. The accounts have a proverb that goes like this. They say, only the wise bite bones out of eggs. Only the wise bite bones out of eggs. Money is like an egg. You can consume it all today, or you can hatch it into a chicken. That chicken will grow up, and you can prepare soup or stew or whatever out of that hen you have, and you can bite bone out of your egg. Money is like an egg. The only way you can find that money is you watch your spending habit. Anytime you are spending money, ask yourself this important question. Do I really need this? If I don't buy this, what will happen? Look, almost every expenditure can be cut down between 1 and 70%. Almost every expenditure can be cut down between 1 and 70%. Watch your spending habit. Watch first time spending. Your salary must dictate what you eat, not your appetite. Can I repeat that? I said your salary must dictate what you eat, not your appetite. Young people, one of the biggest challenges you are facing is this unhealthy competition. If you want to become financially independent, you are not in competition with anybody. You set your financial goals and you work towards it. Please don't borrow to consume. Don't go and borrow TV, this, that. I nearly said this one to my young people. Let me say it. Don't go and borrow for a wedding. You borrow for a wedding, you are starting your marital life in a pit. After all, what is the first miracle Jesus performed? Turning water to wine, right? At a wedding. So even in the days of Jesus, there were shortages at wedding. So if you have a shortage at your wedding, it's nothing new. It's been happening the last 2,000 years. Buy what you can afford. What you can afford. And I pray, young people, when you go on honeymoon, you won't go and discuss loan. You'll be discussing where you are buying your first land and when you are starting your first house. Thank you and God bless you. Key number 4, which is the last but one key I want to share with you, is create your own money machine. Create a money machine, yes. Can you imagine creating a machine that produces money? Create a money machine. There is a stage or there is a point when you will work for money. But you must also get to a point when money works for you. You must get to that point when money works for you. There is an old story I'll try to paraphrase. On this farmer who had a gift of a goose from a stranger. The stranger said, take care of these goods. It will change your fortunes. The farmer wakes up the next morning. The goose had laid an egg. But this egg did not look like ordinary egg. It looked like gold, pure gold. So farmer checks, it looks like gold. He takes it to the gold dealers. It is gold, pure gold. What do you want to do with your gold? Sell it for me. They sold the gold. He made money. You know what? The next morning, the goose laid another egg, golden egg. The next 6 months, every day, golden egg. This poor man had become wealthy because he had that goose that laid a golden egg every day. Until one day he called his children. He said, you know what? I have a problem with this goose. What is the problem? It is laying only 1 egg per day. Let's kill it and take out all the eggs. So they killed it, and guess what they found? They found nothing in there. From that very day, there was no golden egg again. Within 3 months, this man has sold his cars and sold everything he had to sell. Until one day he's walking in town and then he meets Pastor Isaac. And Pastor Isaac says, I've been looking for you. I bought one of those eggs from you. You know what? I hatched it into a chicken, a beautiful chicken with golden wings. And in 3 months, it started laying golden eggs just like you. But unlike you, I never sold my golden eggs. I kept hatching the golden eggs. So today, I have 1,500 birds laying 1,500 golden eggs every day. God bless you. Why do I share this story? A number of young people focus on the golden egg and not the goose that lays the golden egg. The golden egg here represents money. The goose is a money machine. So after today, let your thinking be, what can I create that creates money rather than the money itself? Because the money is the golden egg. You see, when you have the golden eggs and you don't have the money machine, it's a burden and not a blessing. If I give you a Land Cruiser, a Mercedes, and you don't have a good source of income, it's a burden and not a blessing. There are 2 types of money machines, the manual one and the automatic one. The manual one is when you exchange your time to make money. Self-employed, employee. That is a manual money machine. There is nothing wrong with that. But you need to step up your game and create some automatic money machines. 3 types I want to talk about. 1, paper assets. Paper assets here means you put your money in financial instrument. For example, treasury bills. For example, mutual funds, unit trusts, among others. And where I sit and the things I see, young people who understood this early have made a fortune. I've seen people who are making monthly interest. I mean, every month. Every month. Interest of 400,000 Ghana cedis a month. But they understood paper asset, they understood money machine, and they have created it little by little. So financial asset, when you put your money there, you can go to sleep and the money works and brings money back to you. That is an automatic money machine. The other area you could look at is properties or real estate. Real estate is about location. If you don't get a location right, it's a complete waste of money. And the third area is business, where you can automate, you can set up the business such that without you can still make money. Let me give you an interesting scripture in the Bible. Isaiah 60:11. Isaiah 60:11. Your gates, it's plural, your gates will always stand open. They will never be shut, day or night, so that people may bring you the wealth of the nations. Your gates, plural, your money machines will not be shut day and then night. And you have different people walking through your several gates, your money machine, multiple streams of income. That is the whole concept. Multiple streams of income. People walking through and bringing you money, even when you are asleep. Robert Kiyosaki talks about the cash flow quadrant. 4 sources of income: employee, self-employed, business owner, investor. The worst among the 4 is employee. Young man, you want to make money, the focus is business owner or investor. Of course, I know not everybody can be a business owner, but everybody can be an investor. Salary is the medicine for managing poverty. It does not cure it. Only a business or an investment cures poverty. Start investing now. You are already at the crossroads. You have a life-changing decision to make. Will you create the financial future you want, or you will embrace the one that shows up? If you don't create what you want, you won't like what shows up. If you don't find a way to make your money work for you while you are asleep, you will keep working. When do you have to sleep? The final key I want to share with you is launch Operation 1 million. Launch Operation 1 million. Operation 1 million. Operation 1 million. Operation 1 million. Every young person, Operation 1 million. God laid this on my heart, I think, in 2015. God just opened my eyes. I was ministering in a church. God opened my eyes and said, look, the average worker who commits to a plan can make 1 million cedis in their lifetime. 1 million cedis. So let me go back and use my fund, the EDC Fixed Income Fund, that has generated an average return of 22% over the last 7 years. If I use that fund, anybody who can put away 150 cedis every month, the rate 22% compounded quarterly, 150 cedis every month, you know what? In 23 years, you make 1.1 million. Anybody who can do 300 every month, in 19 years, you make 1.1 million. And I'm not talking about 1 million in the old currency, please, in the new currency. Anybody who can do 600 cedis a month within 17 years, 1.2 million. 1,005 a month within 13 years, 1.2 million. 3,000 a month within 10 years, 1.2 million. 6,000 a month within 70 years, 1.1 million. The target is everybody can cross 1 million. Somebody may take 23 years, another person may take 7 years, but everybody can cross at least. When you're the least you should be able to make is 1 million Ghana cedis, or if you want about $200,000. 1 million Ghana cedis. I was in a church the other day, and I said, how many can do 150 every month? And all the hands went up. 300 a month, a number of hands went up. You see, as the figure increased, the number of hands reduced. By the time I got to 3,000 a month, it was only one woman. 6,000 a month, the same woman. So I walked close to her. I said, I am impressed with you, ma'am. I am so impressed. She said, oh, elder, me, I only lifted my hand by faith. Me the Gideon have the pajamas. And a number of young people don't want to hear 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. But you see, money is made little by little. Proverbs 13:11. The Bible says, dishonest money dwindles away, but he who gathers money little by little makes it grow. Little by little. Money is made little by little. And when I talk about 15 years, 20 years, and all that, how many of you watching us remember President Kofi? Do you remember President Kofi? Do you remember President Kofi? Do you know he became a president of Ghana 20 years ago? Oh, yes. 20 years is gone already. So when we talk about 15 years, 20 years, and people tell you it's too far, I don't get it. It will come whether you plan for it or not. Let me take a quotation from Brian Tracy. John D. Rockefeller started working as a clerk, earning $3.75 per week. From this amount, he gave half to his church and saved 50 cents. It wasn't much, but it was the beginning. By the time he was 50, he was perhaps the richest man in the world. You don't need super income to become financially independent. You need steady income. Steady income. once you are consistent, you are deliberate, whether you are a mason, you are a school dropout, you are a carpenter, you are a driver, you are a banker, anybody who commits and is consistent can make a fortune. Just that, please, it won't happen overnight. I say that the minimum is 5 years, maximum is 30 years. Everybody, it doesn't matter your level, between 5 years and 30 years can make a fortune. Everybody. How do you do it? That is the last thing I want to share with you, and I'm done. You do it through the concept of little by little and the power of compounding. You build up little by little and the power of compounding. What do I mean by the power of compounding? Where you allow interest. So you invest, but you don't take the interest. So whilst your investment, which is the principal, is making interest, you allow the interest you have made to also make interest. So interest makes interest, and principal makes interest, and interest on interest makes interest, and the money keeps growing. There are about 3 platforms on which you can operate. Platform number 1 is when you commit something every month. So let me use my 22%. 100 cedis every month. Within 20 years, you would have invested 24,000, but that 24,000 will be 389,000. Within 30 years, you would have invested 36,000, but this 36,000 would have grown to 3.3 million Ghana cedis. And how much is the commitment? 100 cedis a month. 500 cedis a month. Within 20 years, 120,000 grows to 1.9 million. Within 25 years, 150,000 grows to 5.7 million Ghana cedis. Interest makes interest, and the interest on interest makes interest. Within 30 years, your 180,000 is 16.8 million. 1,000 cedis a month. Within 20 years, 3.8 million. But the total amount you have committed is 240,000. Within 30 years, 360,000 grows to 33.6 million. For the high income earners, let me talk about 2,000 a month. Within 10 years, 819,000. Within 20 years, 7.7 million Ghana cedis. And within 30 years, guess what? 67 million Ghana cedis. So one platform you can operate on is to commit something every month. Something every month, and just be consistent. Look, it's just a matter of time. You will make a fortune. The second platform on which you can operate is when you do a lump sum and you are adding something every month. So let's look at 10,000 cedis. Today in investment, I am using the return on the fixed income fund, EDC fixed income fund, 22% compounded quarterly. 10,000 lump sum plus 200 cedis every month. Plus 200 every month. Within 20 years, 58,000 Ghana cedis will grow to 1.5 million. Within 30 years, 82,000 Ghana cedis is 12.8 million. 20,000 plus 500 every month. Within 20 years is 3.3 million. The whole idea is the concept where you allow whatever you have invested to be making interest, and the interest to be making interest. 50,000 plus 1,000 every month. Within 20 years, 7.5 million. In fact, even 15 years, 2.5 million Ghana cedis. 15 years, let's imagine it. One presidential term in Ghana is 4 years. 15 years is one president doing 2 terms and another person doing 2 terms, and you are done. And 100,000 plus 2K every month, plenty money. Little by little. The final stage that you can operate on is you do a lump sum. You are committing something every month, but watch me. Whatever you are committing every month, at the end of every year, you try to escalate. You increase it a little bit.